When Sonny and Cher got divorced, I was 5. I was 5. And it broke my heart. It freaked me out. It's like divorce is the biggest evil of, it's just something that saddened me. I remember when Sonny and Cher got divorced when I was 6. And it rattled me. It was real. Sonny and Cher getting a divorce, devastating.
Get over yourself.
Hello, sister friends. Woohoo! Woo! Get over yourself. I love it. This is so great. Sonny and Cher say hello. Welcome to Tuesday Night Live. So glad you're here. Let's say hello to some of our sister friends. Whoa! Okay, there's over 50 comments, but I will go back to the beginning and start saying hi. We have our moderator, Miss Lynn Skinner, starting off. Hello, Lynn. So glad you're here. Our drinking words, whatever you happen to be drinking today. Our fake crying, real, dill, fill, process, and our culture. So good. Hi, Joanna. Hi, Living an Eclectic Life. Oh, bumped up. Bumped up. I think you bumped up to the SOS level, didn't you? Because I know you were a member already. I think she went up to the SOS level. Kathy, good to see you, Kathy. Glad you're here. Kitty, hello. Good to see you. Okay. Sam Stewart's here. Hi, Sam. Hello. Lynn, you know what? I glanced on this as I was scrolling back to get ready for the live, and I think I saw that you were going to go to a shelter. Is that true? That makes my little heart happy, but it also makes it a little bit sad. Does that mean your little one didn't come back? Mm-hmm. I need to catch up. I'm so far behind on reading all your chats from the previous ones that I feel like I'm out of touch. I'm out of touch with all your lives. Amy D, hello. Good to see you. Hi, Elizabeth Murphy. Good to see you. Okay. A few more. Little Miss is here. Has anyone received their sweatshirt? I know a bunch of people on Sunday night mentioned that they got theirs, so should be getting yours soon if you don't have it yet, Little Miss. Or did you get yours? Are you just checking to see if anyone else did? Elizabeth got hers. Soft and cozy. Good. I'm glad you like it. Okay. Let's see. Oh, Mama Squirrel's here. Hi, Mama Squirrel. Mama Squirrel always makes me laugh. Shanna Banana. Shanna Banana's in the house. Hello. Dee Dee, good to see you. Got a lot of regulars here. Love it. Want a pizza me? Hello. Hello, all. Nadine, hello. Good to see ya. Couple more, and then we're going. Cheryl. Hi, Cheryl. Who else? Liz, good to see you, Liz. Couple more. Sean Jay's here. Hi, Sean Jay. Vanning, hi. Okay, two more. Knit a bit. Good to see ya. And Valerie, good to see you. And Nicole. Everyone that's like on this page, I'm going to hit. Cher was in the news in 21 and 22, so he saw it on the news. Triggered something, so he used it as part of his storyline, huh? Oh, that kind of fits, doesn't it? That fits. Yep. All right. Very good. Did I say hi to Ethel? Hi, Ethel. Good to see you. And Figrecula. Very good. And Tracy's in the house. Okay. And Ladybird's mom. Okay. I'm stopping. We're going to get going. All right. And Sonny and Cher, of course, are here. I have decided that I think I am going to redo a room I have on my main floor. I have the worst layout on the main floor of my house because we have like a spiral. It's not really a spiral, but like a curved staircase that goes up. And so that makes the foyer vaulted, I guess, if you will. So ends up putting this staircase sort of not in the middle of the house, but in such a place that Now there's a room to the right and a room to the left and then a room to the back and a room over here. And it just makes it choppy. So we have the 2 rooms in the front we essentially never use. So we have the kitchen and the living room in the back. And boy, how I would love it if my kitchen and my living room were larger. What I would do to take the square footage from the room in the front. And there's just no way to do it because of the stair. You'd have to move it's not a normal staircase either. And I know moving staircases are expensive because I watched enough DIY shows. But this one, impossibility. So I was thinking I might just take one of those rooms and turn it into my own little office. Have like shelves in the back where I can have all of my favorite things in life. Yes, we got Puddle Monkey, who's drowning inside the big picture right now. Yes, we've got, wait. There's more. We have Cody and Robin, how they imagine themselves to be. She-Ra and He-Man. Yes. I'm so cool. And I'm amazing. And powerful. And strong. And I'm so hot and muscular. Look at my 6-pack abs. I could have easy access to them. I mean, I kind of have easy access to them here, but this area kind of looks like a hot mess. So, I don't know. That might be coming in the next year. We'll see. In my free time. I've got plenty of it. I don't know what to do with all my free time. I'm going to redo another room in the house. All right. Very good. All right. Oh, and thank you everybody for writing down the likes every time you hit the like button. Liz, she was number 20. Very good. A lot of it. When you hit the like button, let us know what number you were. I'll shout you out if I see it. Number 40 for Mary, 43 for Caraboom, 47 for Carly. Let's see. See if I see a couple more, I'll shout them out. And then we will hit episode 5, which I'm sure is going to frustrate all of us, right? Indeed. Joanna was 34. Vigracula was 50. Julie was 52. They'll figure it out. They'll bump some other numbers up ahead. Y'all hit it at the same time. Oh, Cowgirl on Chrome hit 50 at the same time, too. Lynn Skinner was number 1. It's my moderator. 51, baby. Alice in Dystopialand. From Wales in the UK. Welcome. Alice from Dystopialand. My bit was 38. Vanning was 7. Carrie Ball was 63. Candace was 87. Okay. Are we ready? I don't know. Are we ready? Listen, can I show? I'm going to share a quick picture right as I was getting ready to go live. That's why I was 2 minutes late. I'm like, I have to share this picture. My daughter just sent me a picture. She got a new job. And she's completely out of the entertainment industry. Completely. She's working for a bank now. But it was a promotion. And if you guys can't hear me, let me know. I put the microphone closer to the screen to hear that. I think I've done pretty good on income and views in that. So I think I'm going to get, there's a like highly recommended wireless mic. I think I'm going to buy it for myself. And then this one on the arm that I have, I'll just keep turned towards the computer because I should be able to plug them both in. And then I'll have one always on the computer for the audio for the show. And then the other one will be on me. So if I turn in that, you won't have to worry about the direction either. Isn't that a good idea? I'm going to get on that. I'll do that before I redo the base, do the room downstairs. Anyway, in the meantime, I just want to make sure you can hear me. I figured if I have it towards me, but pushed all the way back by the computer, hopefully you can hear both of us. So You let me know. In fact, I'll even take off the screen wind protector things, which probably muffle it a little bit. It sounds good? Okay, thanks, Mary. Farm Girl, number 69. Woo-hoo. Okay. So I was going to share this picture. She sent me a picture. She goes, I decided to be more profesh. How do you like my new headshot? And I'm like, oh my gosh, you look so grown up and professional. And she goes, well, Mom, I've been using the headshot from when I was in college, a freshman in college. But my kids, they don't really age. I have headshots from them like in high school on my wall in my foyer. And they still kind of look the same. I told their husbands when they came. And I'm like, Gracie's might be middle school. I don't know. They're like Benjamin Button. But I have to share, she's so pretty. Okay, look at this. This is my oldest. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, she's so grown up. She looks like an adult. My goodness. Okay. She's 27. I guess she is an adult, isn't she? She's adulting. She's working at a bank now. Crazy. Oh, I know. Thank you. She is beautiful, isn't she? I'm so pretty girls. I love my girls. Handsome boy, pretty girls, good kids. Good kids. Good inside. Beautiful inside too. It just shocked me when I saw it though. I'm like, but that looks like a grown-up. It was that adult. Okay. All right. Thank you, Sam. I am very proud. I'm very proud. All my kids are hard workers, very hard workers. She just got this new job and she's completing her master's degree in marketing through LSU online because she lives in Tennessee. So 1 week, I think it's like, 1 month into her job, she will have completed her master's degree. So she got the job before she actually got the master's degree. So good for her. Okay. All right. Enough. I could talk about my kids all day. What else do you want to know? Typical mom, right? Oh, Kara, that's funny. I thought, wow, you have a 27-year-old? And then I remembered, oh, wait, my oldest is 26. I know, right? The heck? How did that happen? Oh, and your daughter just turned 28, Elizabeth. Isn't it crazy? I mean, I feel like I just was 28, like maybe 10 years ago. Like, I don't know where the time went. I really don't. Okay. So I have it all queued up. I got it in another browser. Some days I actually have my SIHT together. My SH exclamation mark T that got demonetized. Oh goodness. YouTube is crazy. Nicole, I have 3. She's my oldest. I have a 27-year-old, 25-year-old, and 21-year-old boy. My youngest is a boy. And I FaceTimed him today. It's been well over a month. I started sending him religious TikToks. I mean, like cool ones, though. They were like cool guys that were just like, hey, you know what I just realized? And, and like athletes and that kind of stuff. Just sending them like cool little things. And I'm like, oh, this is kind of nice. Isn't this nice? Yeah. What do you think? And then finally I go, I'm sending these frequently until you FaceTime your mother. It was after about 3 more, he went, are you available on Tuesday at 4 o'clock? Yeah, Nicole, that's Zach. Zach, my thank you. That's Zach, my searcher, my seeker, my college boy, trying to find himself in the world. I'm trying to direct him, but yeah, gently, with levity. He's got to find his own way. All right, here we go. All right. Sam, you have a 50-year-old son. I was 9 when I had him. Very good. Okay, are we ready? All right, you guys let me know if it's too soft because the microphone is facing me, not the computer, but because it's close enough to it, I'm hoping you can hear it okay. Let me know.
You ready to go? So, eventful couple of weeks in the family. Cody is now engaged to Robin, and Christine had Truly. It's always fun to have her here now. And it's actually mine and Cody's 20th anniversary. But right now, Janelle and Christine and I are going to run over to the jewelry store to pick out a clotter ring to give to Robin for when she gets married. The clotter ring is like the traditional Irish wedding band, and it's kind of become like kind of a little symbol in our family. We're taking your card? Sure. You ready? It's like we all have our own wedding rings from Cody, but the clotter ring is one that we all have. And we want Robin to have one, so we're going to go get one for her.
But do you?
Hi. Hello. We are looking for a ring.
Okay, do you have a specific ring in mind?
Yeah, we're looking for a clotter ring.
Okay. Okay, we've got this one here. And the sale price on this one is $150, 14 karat. And then we have the white gold also.
Okay, so let's talk about budget because that could be, she may get the thin
Now.
one.
Well, the silver are really inexpensive.
I will tell you, sorry for me, it was price of that price. It never seems like there's enough money to meet the needs, but we do okay. There was one, it was least expensive and it had more detail than any of the others.
How do you even say that? It should have cost more because it means more if it costs more. It doesn't even make any sense.
Should we do that one?
I'm good with that one. I like it.
Okay, all right, I guess we'll take that one.
We are planning on giving Robin her clotter ring at the wedding reception. I think she's going to think it's really cool. I'm nervous about if we got the right one.
So is this for her birthday or is it just kind of just because?
Yeah, just because.
When somebody starts digging about who we are and what our relationship is, I've evolved a little bit in this. I used to feel like, oh my gosh, what do I tell them? I used to get all deer in the headlights. It's easier now to just say sisters. That usually shuts down the conversation. If we say sister wives, then that automatically, if they understand the terminology, which most people do where we live, they're like, oh, and all the prejudice and everything then automatically comes into the interaction. So it's just easier to be very vague. You know, what does it matter? Why do they care? They're almost always asking because they think something is up.
I mean,
Right.
there are cameras following you into the store. Just saying.
Since the move, it's gone really, really well. We're all just settling into life. We've been here a few weeks and it's been interesting trying to find my place a little bit with Janelle, Christine, and Mary. It's like, so where's my place here? You know, where do I fit? Okay, who's that? Mom.
You
Mom,
create
you.
a place by being nice, Robin.
Who's that?
You don't make them create one for you.
In this picture, there are no chess pieces. It's kind of funny because, you know, we all get pretty serious about what's there and sometimes there's nothing to worry about.
Did you want to talk to me, Mariah?
Yeah?
Well, first about the schools.
Yeah, so that's school.
You want to talk about
I'm just gonna go back to my old school.
Why?
Because I hate public school.
Okay, I
Oh.
need a good reason why. What's up with public school and how's it different than private? I think you're
I-
getting.
Hate it. And the
Well,
people there.
that's not a good reason.
Listen,
I hated being a teenager sometimes, and I still had to be one.
Be respectful to your dad still.
Okay.
So the private school is essentially a polygamous school. It's not a real private school. It's an organization of homeschool coalition. And so it's not accredited. And most of the people who have done it before have to get GEDs. It's going to be your choice. Now, that seems like the minor issue. So what's the bigger issue?
Okay, you know, do you remember when I was little and I decided that I wanted to be in the military when I got there? Do you remember that?
Well, you were what, 6?
Probably.
Okay.
Do you remember?
You want to go into the military?
Yeah. Yeah, because I want to be a doctor. There is a school in Maryland that is a Navy school, and they will for free teach me my being a doctor.
Are you talking about the Naval Academy?
Yeah, Annapolis.
I don't care what anybody else says. Naval Academy is the sharpest of the sharp. And to go into pre-med in the Naval Academy will absolutely require something more than a GED. I love this, and I think you could do it, but you're going to have to go to public school to get into Annapolis. With our private school, you're not getting in there. I think you need a recommendation from your governor.
How am I going to get a recommendation from him?
There's a chance that because she's a plug kid, she might not get the recommendation, and that's just some of the things that you deal with, I guess.
Isn't that where Hunter went?
Well, I believe you can. I think you're smart enough and stubborn enough to do it. I'm very proud of that.
You're going to cry?
No, I think it's really cool. So I want you to investigate it more. I think this is very important that you understand what you're getting into. Going military is a very, very big commitment. It's like marriage. All right, good. That's cool. I'm very pleased with you. Got any other secrets?
No more secrets.
I thought you were going to tell me you're pregnant.
Did you really?
Yeah.
It's mine and Cody's. We're celebrating our 20th anniversary.
Way to rub it in, Cody.
Any monogamous marriage has ups and downs. Any polygamous marriage has ups and downs. It's just what happens.
Pause. Turn the sound down. Oh, we had a dill in there. If anyone missed it. Cheers. Oh, I have to. Oh, I don't have my laptop here. I have to look up. I kept the name of the person who recommended the no red dye, clear, sugar-free but sweetened sparkling waters that were affordable. In the big bottles, in the liter bottles that are only 89 cents a piece at Walmart. American Standard. No, those are toilets, aren't they? American something. American Pride. American something it's called. And I thank you. And I buy them like 30 at a time because then they'll deliver them to my house for free and drop them off on my front porch. And I don't have to carry all that weight. It's just perfect. It's what I'm drinking. All right. Mary's mom runs it. Yeah, he's dissing the school that Mary's mom runs. I mean, I guess he'd know. She's not arguing. I mean, in fairness, he's probably right. Well, Mary's mom doesn't have a degree in education. So, not that you have to have a degree in education to be a good teacher. There are people with education degrees that are horrible teachers. So, but in general, if you're going to run a whole school, I really think that you need to have the education behind you, not only just for the curriculum, but for just the whole operations of it all. I can't imagine. I can't imagine that. Well, he just admitted most people didn't get high school diplomas. They had to get their GEDs. So, and Mary didn't argue. So, yeah. All right. Nicole, this scene is now sad knowing Cody melted Mary's ring. Yeah. And now she probably hates it knowing that she got the cheap ring. I love it. Oh, it was Air Force Academy, not Naval Academy. Okay, that's where Hunter went. Okay, Air Force Academy. Still difficult to get into. But that being said, rude to say it in front of Mary, rude to say it the way he did. I mean, there's no tact in this man. There, and we know this. We've said this a million times. He has no ability to look at somebody else and when he says words, think First, how these words might affect them when they receive them. There's a huge disconnect there. Can't do it. Can't do it. All right. Oh, yeah, that's a good point, Kathy. Cody didn't pay for Leon's education anyway, and Ari and Saul got to go to private schools. He is the hypocrite. Yep. And they got to go to private schools off the money that the OG3 made because, Robin didn't work. I mean, you could say she worked for TLC by doing, first of all, barely, because she was on the show the least. And that being said, they all contributed that amount. So you almost have to take that out of the equation, the whole TLC thing, because they all equally brought in that same amount of money. Now, Robin went spending like the apocalypse was coming tomorrow. So that money just got blown out of the water. And so, yeah, she used everyone else's money, or she used that money to live on. And then she used everyone else's money to do all her spending sprees. Many a dolls. I found a doll the other day. It's going to add it to my collection. Where'd it go? I'll bring it next time. I know it's around here. It's just out of reach. But it was small, so it was perfect. I have a porcelain doll that's taller that I got at one point, and it just kind of sat on a shelf and it collected dust and then ended up in a box, and it just has been moved from house to house, and I don't know. I just keep thinking, should I just give it to Goodwill? And then, is it worth anything? Does anybody else care? Should I care? I never really cared. All right. Critter Witter. Every monogamous marriage has melting of wedding rings and still staying with the person, right? I mean, don't we? Doesn't everyone's husband take their ring around their 15th wedding anniversary and melt it down to use the gold for something else? I mean, if nothing else, just to cash it in, to go to the bar, pay for a round of golf. Well, a few rounds of golf. Okay. Yes, American Standard makes toilet sinks, bathtubs. That's not it. I'm not drinking anything out of an American Standard. Anything. American. Clear American. That's what it is, I think. I think it's called Clear American. Good. Lots of different flavors. And there's no red dye. It's completely clear. I don't understand. See, this is a new trend that's going on right now. All of a sudden, it's popular to drink carbonated water. I don't even need it to be carbonated. I'm fine with it being flat. In fact, sometimes it's too carbonated for me. And I'm really concerned. I feel like the enamel on my teeth is wearing down. I feel like they're getting smaller. I really do. Sorry, there's something in my eye. And so I really don't want that much carbonation on it, because I kind of drink it all day long because I don't drink coffee. So sometimes I'll just take the top off and try to let the fizz kind of dissipate a little bit, so it's not as carbonated, or even goes flat. It usually doesn't last that long to get it flat, but nevertheless, if you go to the grocery store and you just want to buy a can of whatever the newest carbonated beverage is, it's like $2.69 a can. $2.69 for a 12-ounce can. And this is 89 cents for a liter. And the plastic resealable tops, you can take it with you too and toss it in the car on the seat next to you, not worry about it spilling. I mean, it just doesn't make sense. Plus, well, I shouldn't say plus, it doesn't have the red dye in it. But a lot of the other ones don't either. Still, all right, I digress. It took me a very long time, and it was a sister friend that told me that Walmart had that. I was like, if there was this brand, I could drink Propel too, I suppose. I should look back into Propel. There was a time in the past I did Propel. I think this is a lot cheaper though. Propel is flat. Okay. Shannon Banana, you have a special needs son. Well, you know what? There are a lot of sister friends that have special needs sons in our group chat. And I'm a speech therapist by nature. And that's how it's come up. A lot of them have mentioned it in the chat to me. Some people have sent emails, and there really is, we are a group. You are in good company if you ever have any questions. And sometimes, depending on the school district you're in, you might be better off homeschooling. It's sad to say, but true. Okay. Okay, we're going to go back to the beginning. Okay, we have, oh, how did that disappear? Oh, that disappeared too. Okay, we're not going to do that anymore. Here we go. Lori Collingwood, thank you for the super sticker. I appreciate you. That is very kind of you. I'm going to leave that up there now. We also have 2 new members, and if I come across them again, I went to hit the star to like it before I clicked it on the thing, and when I hit the stars, it made it disappear off my little side thing. And I was like, oh, well, I don't know what I did. And I hit the other star and it disappeared. I was like, oh no. So they're probably still in there. I'll go look through the chat now, because usually they pull them out to the side. I'll do that during the next live, see if I can pull it up and put them on the screen for new members. Or sometimes they do member for this amount of period of time. Okay, here we go. We're going to hit play and go.
Anniversary, so he's taking me out to a place that I've never been before. Ouch. And I really have to dress up.
20 years is like a landmark, and so we feel like we're going to do something special for it.
20 years. I stand corrected. 20 years, and he melts the ring.
So there's this really nice place. It's called Lakai. It's supposed to be like the nicest restaurant in all of Utah.
Oh.
Just saying Lakai, and people go, oh.
I'm sorry, I got to write this down. I did not realize he said the exact same thing there. No, it's like the nicest restaurant in all of Utah. And then, of course, he takes Janelle to the nicest restaurant in all of Arizona, of which somebody did write me and say that is not the nicest restaurant in all of Arizona. But it's a nice restaurant, but not the nicest restaurant. It's just the grandstanding. That's, it's the ego that and the projection of, I'm so cool. I'm all that. I'm going to take her to the nicest restaurant. First of all, it's on TLC's dime. He's not paying for it. He better not be paying for it. They don't have 2 pennies to rub together. Taking her to the nicest restaurant, and that would be the dumbest thing he could ever do. You know what she wants? I'll tell you what she wants. She wants you to take the time to home cook and prepare something, even if it's a picnic. It doesn't even have to be hot cooked anything. Take the time to put things together, write a nice note in it, have some hearts, make some like chocolate dipped strawberries, put it together, and then take her out someplace romantic and sit and just talk and spend time together. That's what Mary wants. Mary does not need to go to the next. Well, Mary maybe wants to. Mary does like nice things, doesn't she? Okay, I don't know. That's what Janelle would want. That's what Christine would want. I think it's what Mary would want too. Given the choice, I think that if she was given the choice, I think. I don't know. What do you think? All right, let's do a poll. I'm going to pull up a poll here. Where is my... Here we go. I think it's right here. Here we go. I'll do a poll. Would Mary prefer a personalized romantic picnic dinner or a very Nice Rust. Restaurant. Oh. I should say the nicest. We're going to say, or the nicest restaurant in Idaho. Okay. Oops. Notes, flowers. Okay. Your question is too long. How? Oh. Okay. We'll do that. I'll get rid of for her anniversary. We'll know it's for her anniversary. Then it'll work. There we go. So now we have a poll going. You let me know what you think. I am curious. Welcome to the Keep the Lights On Level Raiders, Ma. I see it under my live stream here. I don't know. Let me see if it pops up in my other area. Nope. That might have been the one that I clicked on trying to hit the star. But we have Living an Eclectic Life. Let's see. I do want to shout you out when you guys join while you're in the live stream here. I will never hit the star again. So if you don't see me star it, I don't even know if you guys see the star. But if you don't see me star you, it's not that I don't like you. It's just that I don't want to make you disappear from my list. Here we go. Here's Raiders, Ma. Found you in the list. I know there was another one too. Hopefully I find it before I hit play again. I'm sorry I stopped this midstream, but I was just shocked when he used those exact same words that he used with Mary. This is the nicest restaurant in all of... Remember, he was just like, and I got a reservation, and she can't get a reservation. Where's Chubbs? He is, I don't know. But my husband is still awake, so he's probably downstairs on his lap. He probably leaves a $10 tip and thinks he's all that too. I'm gonna leave you up. I'll just leave you a full 10. No singles on this man. I leave you a 10. I don't have to do the math in my head. I came prepared. All right. Ugh, I didn't see it. Okay, if I come across it later, I'll click on it. Okay. There's an echo. I wonder if I can get rid of the echo. Shoot. All right, let's see what happens after I play again. Let me know if it gets better after this.
You guys think you're something special. It's a 20-year anniversary, man. Of course I feel special.
Mariah, she's definitely an accomplishment of her 20 years.
Of course I feel special. Not she's special. Or we're special
I
together.
was expected to have a bunch of kids, and that didn't happen. You know, I've got Mariah, and she is great. She's awesome. We've had 20 years, you know, just doing everything we could to try and have more kids. You know, it took us 5 years to get Mariah. After that, you know, we tried and everything checks out normal. All the doctors that I've seen have said, you have something we call unexplained infertility. Whatever that means.
Kiss me.
Kiss you?
Kiss me.
Like right now?
It's our anniversary.
Okay.
I got our
Kiss
passports out for Mexico too.
I'm looking forward to that. He's going to do something really nice for me because I told him he had to.
Yeah. No, I
Be
got this one.
romantic.
I've got this one. In spite of the fact we're going to dinner, we're going to Mexico.
I'm really looking forward to it. I don't know. In every marriage, there's ups and downs. And, you know, Cody and I have just had a little bit harder times recently. Adding the, you know, Robin's courtship to it has just put a little bit of strain. And so it's a really good time now to go spend some me and him time. And we're going to do it in Mexico.
Oh man, she looks good. So.
What
Okay,
did
I
he
think
say?
we're
Did
done.
he
We
say?
ready to
I'm
go?
sorry. I got to pause again. Did he give himself another compliment? I have to put captions on. Let me put captions on. Okay. Did he say you look good or did he say this suit looks good?
I'm going to do it in Mexico.
Oh man, she looks good.
Oh, he did say
So.
she looks good. All right. He gave her a compliment. All right.
Okay, I
All
think
right.
we're
All
done.
right.
Are we ready to go?
I'm
My
shocked.
hair.
He did.
All right, we're going to fluff it just a touch. Hang on. There's a real simple science to this.
First hair routine.
Sure, I put stuff that's supposed to make my hair grow. All my brothers are bald, and I am not. But I'm getting there.
Oh my gosh.
Hang on. just give it some time. I'm just. Oh yeah, this is gonna be fine. You know, I don't have any more tricks. This is all I got, man. Just give it a second. Okay, we're ready to go.
I think the 20 years is a milestone for sure. I think it's something that you say, wow, we hit that.
It just went so fast,
It
too.
kind of happened.
Yeah, we were around we knew him for all of it. We've known him for all of it. And when we look back at pictures of Cody and Mary, we do wonder what she saw in him. It's true.
I know. I saw those pictures again. I'm like, oh, wow.
He's such a baby.
It has been a long time. I've been married 17 years. Yeah, I've been married for 16 years. When I see the longevity of each relationship, and 20 years is awesome, it encourages me and gives me like, oh, okay, this is stable.
Oh, good. He doesn't care.
Thank you very much. Relationships are complicated. You know, so Mary and I have 20 years, and we struggle to connect sometimes. What else has happened in 20 years?
A lot. Cody and I met Robin at a friend's house one night. I don't know. There was just kind of a connection between us. So as we drove off, I mentioned to Cody, maybe we ought to think about her. It stirs up a lot of emotions that, you know, I've had about my insecurities and my jealousies and my disconnect that I've had with him, you know, and I just needed him to be able to see that and acknowledge that.
Not a special surprise because I heard it was your anniversary.
Great, thank you. That's cute.
Oh, that is cute.
I don't know. I don't think that he understands me a lot and what I'm going through. And I'm not saying I understand everything that he's going through, but
He's having the time of his
I
life.
really want him to understand. Any monogamous marriage has ups and downs. Any polygamous marriage has ups and downs. It's just what happens. Fireworks.
Yeah, fireworks. There's just me answering this question. Just there's no way for me to win. Well, I feel like I'm admitting that what I'm doing is completely and totally unfair.
Okay, that's coming up. I can't with him. I can't. Okay. The poll isn't a yes or no. Wait, hold on. Let me see it. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? It always disappears on me. Why does it do that? They have it up for like a short time. Okay, there it is. Let me see. Yeah, I guess we'll just go with, that's my bad. Personalized romantic picnic dinner would be the first choice. The nicest restaurant in Idaho, the second choice, which is probably what people probably ended up doing. Sorry about that. I don't know if I can't edit it. I can only end it. So yeah, we'll do that. First choice, second choice. I'll pay closer attention next time. Okay. Oh, good. You don't have an echo? Okay, good. Thanks, Whiskey River. All right. Wait staff sees him coming. Straws to see who has to wait on him. So true. I mean, I would be like, well, if I talk to him, that means I have a speaking role on television. So, like, do I get scale? Are you going to pay me scale? Because I'll do it then. Oh, Little Miss figured out the echo. Okay, good. Raiders Ma thinks Cody didn't know what he was doing until Janelle came into the picture. Yeah, I can see that. And I can see Janelle was trying to teach him, but then Janelle is so soft-spoken and she doesn't want to step on anyone's toes. So she probably didn't speak up as much as she needed to. And he needed to figure it out. And he uses that excuse, there's not a rule book for polygamy. And I'm like, you just got to be nice. You just got to put them first and not you first. Really. That's it. That's all he had to do. He didn't need a whole book of rules. I mean, it would have helped him to keep him in line. I'm sure he had lots of rules that he broke in general that he shouldn't have. But let me pause this. If he was just kind and nice to all his wives and considerate and thought of them first, he would have been fine. And I think that's something that Brady, my 5 wives, Brady, I can't think of his last name right now, but you know who I'm talking about. I think that's something that he totally did. I mean, he did on the show anyway. How close that was to reality, I don't know. But I know he's still married to all 5 wives. So there you go. I think you can only fake it for so long. Cody wasn't mean like he is now in the beginning. But he also had this sort of goofy fake persona. I mean, like, who does that? So he doesn't act like that anymore. Now we see the real Cody deep down inside. A little frightening, but he let the veil fall. The cloak of charity is gone, and we see the real Cody. Cody's idea of a tip is I'm putting your restaurant on TV for exposure. Yep, I can see that, Carly. And you're welcome. Check the reservation book, call in sick. Oh, goodness. Did I say Idaho? Oh, is this in Idaho or is this Utah? I think it was Utah. Did I write Idaho? That's my bad. They're close to each other. A lot of polygamists in Idaho, too. Utah. That's my bad. Okay. Firm girl, well said. He is gross. Enough said. Liberty Lisa, 20 years equals a 3-day trip to Mexico. The new fourth wife, who is known for 3 months, equals an 11-day honeymoon. Nice. Yeah, nice. But I needed it. Christine said, but if you really needed it, I did. I needed it. I needed that time alone with him because I couldn't get it because he was already married to all of you. He was married to 2 people when Christine came into the family too. She didn't even go on a date with them. She did everything over the phone. Remember that? Was that in the book or is that on an interview or on the show? I can't remember. I remember her saying she was so respectful of the sanctity of his marriage to Mary and Janelle that after they started courting, their courting was all long distance and over the phone. Unless all of them together would go hang out because she didn't want to be disrespectful to his wives and be alone with him. And look what's going on with Robin. He's going spending weekends with her? Huh? Wrong. And I don't understand why Christine didn't speak up about this at the time. She did speak up a fair amount. She spoke up about the fact that everybody met Robin and was all on board before she got a chance to. That both Mary and Cody had known Robin and had spent time with her multiple times for a month before she ever got a chance. Actually felt compelled that she was supposed to be part of the family before Christine even got a chance to meet her. That's not so cool. She talked about how hurtful it was that she was pregnant and, she came into the family. That was good. She did have the snarky comment about how she didn't want somebody else in the family, but if there was going to be somebody, she better just be really nice. Otherwise, there might be a problem. That was good. And that's it, Nicole. That's really what it winds down to. He was over being with the same wives for 15 years. The new young thing came aboard and he's like, yes. And you're right, Sam. He's having the time of his life. It's not fair. And I don't like it. And no matter what's going on, because he couldn't handle and actually the 3 of them, even though they didn't all like each other, they had the family running like a well-oiled machine. So, and the kids were kind of not aware. I mean, they were sort of aware that there were issues going on with Mary. Still don't completely understand what all that was. In McKelty's Patreon, she said that the show will never talk about it, largely because the show doesn't even know about it. And it won't be until till Sister Wives over and one of the siblings or her, of course, writes a book. Then it'll all come out. And she says, I just hope that happens before Mary writes a book. Because according to McKelty, I don't know. She says so much stuff that's not true that I do, I don't know. But according to McKelty, a lot of what Mary says on the show is all lies. I don't know. Like currently in this season and last season, she's not agreeing with anything. She's just really, really, really nasty about Mary. Her and Tony, but well, it depends. I was going to say her more than Tony. Occasionally, some episodes when they review it, Tony's a little nastier than she is. Sometimes they together make fun of Mary, but yeah, she doesn't believe anything that comes out of Mary's mouth. Yeah. It's interesting. Okay. Yeah, nobody who said that. Nobody wants to watch him eat Shanna Banana. Isn't that the truth? Well, what are you talking about? Like, he totally forgets there's a camera. You never see the wives do that. You walk away and Janelle still has her perfect turkey burger sitting on her plate. She's like, no, I'm not going to do that on the camera. You guys, we'll have our conversation and you can go. And then the restaurant can get me another fresh sandwich. I don't care if I have to pay for it. It's okay. It's okay. Or just put this in the microwave. It's fine. It's fine. You know, just put it in a box. I'll warm it when I get home. Wasn't Mary in her 40s at this point? 20 years. I think they got married when she was 18. So yeah, 38. She'd be 38. Close to it. Yeah, I do. I'm sorry. I'm in Utah. I'm sorry. I did that on another video too. Ever since Christine went to visit her brothers in Idaho, from that point on, Idaho keeps getting triggered in my head when I want to say Utah. And when Christine went to move back home, for a while, I assumed she was going to be moving to Idaho because I knew she had family that lived in Idaho. So I figured that's where she was going that way. I didn't realize she was going back to Utah. So Idaho was in my brain for a long time, and I'm having a hard time getting it out. Stuck in there. Okay. Brady Williams. That's it. Thank you very much, Firm Girl. Brady Williams. I really like the guy. Black Swan Gothic. Oh, why does he have to make sure his hair bounces? He's a toad. I don't know. But you know what? This is the first time that I remember him ever admitting that he uses a hair growth routine. Now, we know he has hair routines. He loves to show us his hair routines. We've probably seen 4 or 5 different videos of hair routines between the show and between his, not Patreon, not Canva. Word retrieval problems today. Word retrieval problems. The thing, clearly I don't have one, or I've never purchased one. The thing where you make a video of yourself and people pay you money. You guys are going to know what it is. I've never forgotten the name of that before, but whatever it is. Through that app, we've seen him do hair routines. And then through the show, we've seen hair routines at least 3 times. But hair growth routine. The first time he's ever admitted hair growth was season 1, episode 5. I bet that's the last time he ever mentions hair growth. And then he also showed the spots. He pulled the hair back. You know, he was like, I mean, I think it was almost like he was proud of it because his brothers are bald, but he's not. But you look at his brother's head closely and you can see the follicles. Like, clearly they shave their heads. They're not bald. They're shaving the rest of their head. Kind of like Cody's bald, but he chooses not to shave the rest of his head. He lets it all just part and hang down and does sort of like a faux comb over. Like maybe we won't notice. All right, we're going to move on. Okay. We are still in the restaurant right now.
But just with everything that had been going on with Robin coming into the family, yeah, there's just a little distance there. I just want you to acknowledge that, you know, I have his jealousy issues, and if I were to be giving attention to another guy, how would it make you feel?
Obviously,
Phil.
it's just not something I'm comfortable with imagining. The vulgarity. The idea of you with 2 husbands or another lover sickens me. it seems wrong to God and nature, and I understand this seems somewhat hypocritical. I don't know how to get around it.
Okay,
Wrong
so
to God and
It's just
nature.
me answering this question. Just there's no way for me to win. Okay, let me tell you, the
I'm
emotion
not
of
trying
it
to win.
is
I'm,
not something I ever.
I'm sorry. I gotta pause. It's wrong to God and nature for her to be with two men, but not wrong to God and nature for him to be with two women. Okay. I just want to get that straight. And then what did he just say here? He just said, oh, shoot. Wait, I'm going to play this again. He said something else I wanted to say something
Sickens
about.
me. It seems wrong to God and nature, and I understand this seems somewhat hypocritical. I don't know how to get around it.
okay, so
There's
Can you-
just me answering this question. Just there's no way for me to win.
Oh, that's it. There's no way for me to win. There's no way for me to win. Gotta write that one down too. So, and I know that if there's no way for me to win, that means everything I say about it is wrong. Like I need to be able to flip it and look at it myself, but I don't want to do that. So we're just going to leave it at there's no way for me to win in this. I'm not going to take the situation and really dive deep and go introverted and say, possibly the situation I have you women in is not fair. No, I'm not going to go that far. Totally fair. Totally fair that I get 4 women and you all have to share me. Totally. Ridiculous made up religion is insane. Sorry, moving on.
Okay, let me tell you, the emotion
I'm not
of
trying
it
to win.
is
I'm,
not something I ever want to deal with.
Oh, you poor baby. The emotion, I've forgotten these good lines. The emotion of it is something I never want to deal with. Okay. But it's okay for you to. Something I ever want to deal with. Like, don't challenge me, okay? Don't push me beyond my comfort zone. I need to lay back, be fed, and have 4 women at my disposal. That's my idea of a happy life. That's my idea of religion. Mm-hmm. And the fact that the emotion of it is something that you don't feel comfortable with, that's irrelevant to me, okay? Because it's not about you. You're one of the women. Women. This man, the nerve of the words that come out of his mouth.
I get that.
oh,
It's a
you
deep.
get that? What do you get? Tell me what you get.
Well, I feel like I'm admitting that what I'm doing is completely and totally unfair.
Yes.
I feel like if I go and address that emotion, it's just an unhealthy place to go.
It's there every day, and it's in my face, and it's in Janelle's face, and it's in Christine's face. And it's something that we've chosen, and it's something that we're okay with, and it's something that I
This
know
is where it gets
is going to
confusing.
help me grow and be a better person.
No.
What I would like from you
No.
is like just the acknowledgement that, yeah, I do have these issues and feelings, and just some understanding and patience, I think.
The idea that you're jealous and that you struggle with things, I understand that.
I think that there's been times
you?
that you haven't seemed like you've understood,
Right,
and
Mary.
and you've seemed very impatient. I mean, and you've actually said to me, you chose this. This is what we signed up for.
Right.
Unfortunately, at the same time, I still have those emotions and I still have those feelings.
When
Well
you first
said.
met Robin, how you felt toward her and your excitement and enthusiasm about the idea. That was so affirmative. When the reality hit and you dealt with jealousies, it was a shock to me. It's not that I'm not empathetic about your jealousy or that I'm not understanding about your jealousy. It's that it surprises me because the contradiction between the enthusiasm for this new person in our family versus.
If it just surprises you, then what is the issue? It's not that you're not sympathetic. It's not that you don't understand. Okay, so you're sympathetic, you understand. You're just surprised by it. So then there's not a problem. Like, oh, if something surprised me, but I understand it, then I deal with it, right? He's not dealing with it. So this is all a lie. That it's not that I don't understand you and sympathize with you. It's just I'm surprised by it. No, I don't think so, because she just said, you said to her, you chose this. So get over it. Lies. The lies, the way he uses words to talk around things. You have to like pin him down. It's exhausting. I'm exhausted. Okay, let's keep going.
The jealousy for this new person in our family.
Cameo. It's a
I'm
cameo.
getting gung ho and going, you're rooting for me and everything like that. And then you're like, wait, I don't want to see you kiss her. Well, wait, you wanted me to, pursue this in the relationship. Why do it? Why stick it out 20 years?
I get a lot out of it. I get
Tell me.
family
Okay.
and kids who love me. If I were to ever think of my family of 21 right now, down to just a family of 3, that would just be so empty.
I want to say that I'm sorry.
I want to say
that in this process, heartbreak happens. At the same time, I hope you know that I'm devoted to you. That I'll love you. How do I describe? What words can I tell or use to talk about our love and how deeply I feel for you?
what?
And how important you are to me.
Huh. Were you lying then or are you lying now?
I was
What?
actually floored.
Is
I was
all
like-
that? What was all that? How can I even use the words to describe? It's all for the cameras, isn't it? This is all for the cameras. Because Mary's already admitted that right when Robin came in the family, she already had the list of things she had to do. He was already over with her. Right? Wasn't it when she came in the family? Oh, or was it? Yeah, it was before. Well, we have to go back. Maybe you guys can help me remember. Didn't she say, because this was at 20 years, they got divorced at 33 years. Didn't she say it was over 15 years ago? So this was before Robin came in the family, that she already had a list of requirements of things to do. Well, he said for the first 20 years of our marriage, you were mean. And so for the next 20 years, you have to pay penance or something to that effect. So right at this point, he was over her and said, you've been too mean. Here's your to-do list. Hop to it. Hop to it, Peter. I want to say I'm sorry. That's a very interesting way of wording it. Boy, he has more ways of using words to not come out and say things. To not just say, I am sorry. To just look her in the eyes and say, I am sorry. He can't do it. It's like, if I were to say I'm sorry to you, I would like you to understand that. I want to say I'm sorry. Just say it. It's like the classic, I'm sorry if I hurt you. No, you're not. You're not sorry for what you did. You're just sorry for if you hurt me. You don't want to see me sad. That's it. But you're not sorry for what you did. It's classic Cody right there. Oh, goodness. Babushka. Why are we talking about babushkas? Scrolling down, I see a bunch of babushkas. The vulgarity. Oh, remember we were talking about a bingo card, weren't we, Tracy? We need bingo cards, y'all. My son said there's a website where you can customize bingo cards and we can generate it for you when we watch the show together. Totally need a bingo card. And everyone can just like go onto the website and pull their own bingo card and then let you know. Wouldn't it be fun if people can say, I gotta be 7. I'm 1 away from bingo. That would be fun. I don't know how that works. Can somebody lead that? Can somebody hold? Who has time? Who has a little time on their hands? The vulgarity sickens him. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good point, Black Swan Gothica. The vulgarity sickens him. So Robin's many men she was dating as Madison didn't sick him. Mm-hmm. Toad with warts. Love it. So true. Yeah, I love how Madison called her out too. Well, Robin said that she's dated lots of men. It's so good. Yeah. McKelty took to Robin because she didn't fit in with the siblings. It's true. And she admits it now too. She says she didn't get along with her siblings when she was a teenager. Another dill? I'm sure we had lots of dills. I'll take another drink. I would say, how about the vulgarity of having sex before getting married? How about stealing the boyfriend away from your sister and then sleeping with him? Maybe that's how she got him away from her. Did a few extra things that the sister wouldn't do. And then getting pregnant. No vulgarity in that to him. She can spread her legs for whoever. He's over it. It's all right. Oh, you know why? Because he did the same thing. Mm-hmm. Okay. I am going to scroll away. Scroll away. That's right. Classic narc. They have your head spinning while they do their verbal word salad dance. Yeah. And you don't know what's up from down. Very good. That's Cody Brown. Vanning says, I'd love to hear from Ken, Brett, and the Darkers to see what they think of Cody now. Yeah. Wait, who's Brett? Who's Brett? Remember Ken? Ken is the short guy with the dark hair. He kind of looks like Gilbert Gottfried. Ken, he reminds me of Gilbert Gottfried. And the Darkers. I'm trying to think who Brett was. Let me know in the chat who Brett was. Makes me mad that I can't remember. Of course, we will eventually watch it. Jenny's not missing more Stein. I don't know what I was talking about. Sometimes I can't help it. Robin is a covert narc. Totally. He's an overt narc. She's a covert narc. But they're both narcs. Yep. No responsibility for his actions. No accountability. Yes. His friend from Wyoming. Gosh, how can I not remember this? Oh, when they went to Wyoming. Vaguely remember. Wait, no. Now I'm thinking of the guy that they went to visit that was part of the AUB faith that had the like kids that were like Sound of Music, where they like all responded to a dog whistle or something. They all came running in that house. That wasn't it. That wasn't Wyoming. Or was it? No, I don't think so. Because they didn't know each other. I think they all met for the first time. Oh, I remember. Okay. I remember this story. I just can't picture him. He's portrayed as a D-bag who was invited to his bachelor party and wedding. Gosh, I'm so mad at myself for not being able to picture his face. All of this is sounding familiar. I just can't picture him. Oh, he's the one that went on the 2-year mission with. Okay. A grandiose, almost malignant, and she for sure is a covert. Very good, Kathy. Spot on. We could call you Dr. Romani. Oh, the wrestler. Okay. I picture him now. Very good. How did he end up going on a 2-year mission with another wrestler? What are the odds of that? How many wrestlers are there in the Mormon faith? Maybe a lot. I don't know. The tryst. Possibly. I miss him like crazy, and it's my wedding, and the saddest part is Brett left. I can't wait to see that again, Moira. Was that Robin's wedding? Because remember, he also said that he hated having to leave and go back to the house, his home, wherever he was staying with Mary on his wedding night, because of all the friends that he had at the party that were staying there dancing. He wanted to stay and dance with all his friends. Because he wasn't a virgin. He's like, been there, done that multiple times. I was in a full-on relationship. And then, of course, there's Brett. I mean, I've seen it all. This wedding night is not a big deal to me. I'm going to hang out with my friends over here. Oh, goodness. Why for Wyoming? Why for Wyoming, girl? Ah. Okay. All right. I'm going to hit play here again. They were wrestling. I wrestle with a lot of guys. Okay. Here we go. Oops.
I'm really glad to see Cody and Mary going to Mexico, because right now their relationship isn't as good. And so both of them have kind of been a little bit off. Our lifestyle, because there's so many women and one guy, anniversaries are that much more important. Birthdays are that much more important. I think if it was just looking at a monogamous couple where there's one guy, one man, one woman, maybe it wouldn't be such a big deal to go away for an anniversary. Maybe you wouldn't need to. But because there's so many different relationships, that alone time and bonding time it's key.
So you're not going to dip your feet in the water? Do it.
So you're not going to dip your feet in the water? Do it. So romantic, man. This man. This manipulator.
Mexico was made by God.
I don't know if you can hear it, but Cody said he wants to do in vitro for their 20th wedding anniversary present. Mary says, I don't see the point.
When he asked me about doing the EMD trial, how I felt about it. I felt really, really, really guilty, and I knew I was going to break his heart, but I told him probably not.
I was actually floored. I was like, I was just surprised. I didn't know what to do. I was dumbfounded. I'd like another. And we're getting to the point where it's almost too late.
Three years ago,
We had a second pregnancy.
we ended up pregnant just out of the blue. And we were so ecstatic about that. And that was such a cool thing. And 12 weeks later, we lost it.
That broke our hearts. There was some soul searching with that.
It would be awesome to have another one. And if it happened naturally, that would be the most amazing thing. But I don't feel like forcing the issue.
I haven't been told no in a strong enough fashion yet to actually think that it means no yet.
Even though Cody and I are in a polygamous relationship, we can live happily ever after too.
That's it. Let me switch my ticker here. There we go. These are exclusive SOS supporters, and I have my list here, and big supporters as well. And they are, because those levels, I don't always remember to shout it out, but if you guys remind me in the chat, I will. I never do it on purpose. All right, our big supporters are Leslie Reddick, G Kitty 52, Linda W, Carla Colson, Aaliyah, Crafty Florida Lady, Shaniko Smith, Lisa True, Lynn Skinner, Knit My Bit, and Eliza Murphy. And our exclusive SOS supporters are Joni C 615, Farron Allman, Kendra NP, That's My Shoe, Amy D, Lover Bubbles, I'm Your Huckleberry, Libby Sure, you're in there twice. I hope you're not paying twice, Libby Sure. Laura McWilliams, Lindsay B, Lisa, Sochitel Amarillo, Holly Jones, Brenda, Joni C, Susan Price, Sherry Pasick, Lisa Gasca, Tracy's Fractured History and More, Evie, Alexandria Swan, Shanna Banana, Rain Lady, Cheryl Smith, Sarah Lewis, Sean J, Marie Crabb, Waldo's mom, Laura Bondurant, Sharon, Lisa F, Danny Towns, Michelle, Ms. Lita, Ladybird's mom, Donna Redmond, Jessica Denham, Kaylin, Sunrise Sunset 1111, and Dee Dee. Got y'all. Okay, save. Let's go to the chat. Craziness, people, craziness. The amount of lies in here, the pattern of behavior that we see now was all the way back then. I just never noticed it. Took it at face value. I wasn't scrutinizing the show either. So, obviously my kids were much younger. All three of them were home. They were all in school. I was multitasking when the show was on at night. Homework, I would say lunches, but I think by that age they were all making their own lunches. But just everything, working, cleaning, whatever, being the mom. So I don't think I looked that closely at it. And it wasn't on at 10 o'clock at night back then. So it was on more when things were going on. So I didn't pay that close attention. And I just thought he was kind of goofy and annoying and acting. He didn't feel genuine to me. Janelle felt genuine to me, but I felt like she was holding her cards close to her vest. I felt like I didn't get to know her. I felt like she was afraid to speak up. She was just way, way, way too shy for the show. That was my interpretation of Janelle. Mary I didn't like because I felt like she was a whiner in the early seasons. I didn't get the dynamic at all of the fact that, well, none of us did because we didn't find out until now how he was treating her back then. So she annoyed me. Christine, I loved. I felt like she was genuine, and I had such huge sympathy for her being pregnant and having this other wife come in. I just felt that that was so wrong after 15 years of not having, 13, whatever it was, of not having another wife in the family, and that their family was established, and that you're going to bring in this other wife, and she's coming with 3 kids too. And they never did that before either. It was always biologically all their children. Yeah, and she seemed very clear from episode 1 that she was not on board with this decision. It seemed very clear that it was a majority rules situation. But then she would say things like, but I came around and I understand, and I think this is great. She's like, you do? And I mean, I just assumed she was brainwashed, but I mean, I guess brainwashed in that she's stating that. I mean, I really felt like she was believing what she was saying. So it would confuse me when she would like stand up. But then I felt the standing up for herself were the few times that she would step aside and go, oh, that's, just like all of us, we have a good day and everything's great. And then every now and then it's like, hey, why are you doing it that way? And then you go back to life is good. That's how I thought it was. Now I know it's the inverse, that she was not happy with any of this the entire time. She was not happy with Cody, and she was not happy with Robin. And she was not happy with Mary at this time either. Really, it was just Janelle. But she seemed happy with everybody. She was happy with all the kids, and all the kids loved her. So she was in a good spot that way. The other thing I want to point out that we just went over here is that Mary, when he said, it's been 20 years, why are you staying? Because we haven't had more children. And it's just been you and I. We've gone through difficult times. Why have you stayed? She did not say anything about why Cody was great, why he was even good, or what she liked about him. Nothing about him at all. She said, because of the big family and all those kids who love me. This is the same thing on the couch interview that we saw. Was it last episode or the one before? When in that couch interview, she was saying that she's staying because of the family and the kids. And she said nothing about Cody on the couch, too. Talk about bruising his ego twice. 2 different times. Kind of like it. I mean, I do believe she was staying for him, too. I don't know why she didn't say it. I think she's in love with him. I think when she left after 33 years, and how many of them? Let's see, 13 of them. He threw her by the curb, didn't spend any time with her, just took her money, treated her like dirt, embarrassed her on national television. I think she still left after that. Willing to go back if he would have showed up at her door the next day. Look at her. Did I make a mistake? No. I think she was still in love with them. Or she thought she was in love with him. I don't know how much of it was her true love for him. I mean, it's warped because she was, 19 when they got married? Like, does she know what love really was? It's all she knows. So she didn't have anything else to compare it to. She only has one child in terms of receiving that kind of special love in a different way. And that child is now long gone. And then she has this disconnect with all the rest of them. And none of us really know why. It's just insinuations that are out there from some of the kids, but nothing really concrete that's come out. So I think that's why she was hanging on to him. Probably why she was hanging on to Robin too, to be part of the family. I don't know. It's just a tough one. I can go round and around the mulberry bush on this one, because then I start going, why didn't you work harder on the other wives? But maybe she did, but I don't know. Sometimes I think they don't give her enough chance. And then other times I think, well, I don't know the whole story. Maybe they did. And then they got to the point that they're like, this isn't healthy for me anymore. And in life, there are people that we have to say, I'm not going to hate you anymore, but I'm putting a boundary up. But I don't know why. Tell me why. You're on national television making all this money. Can you share a major part of your life? Can you share that story with us? TLC, are you listening? Kind of like the tryst, a major part of the faith, a covenant broken, a lie that he told the church by omission, by not letting them know what he did, joining into this faith and having a full-on relationship, and then forcing Robin in front of the whole family to confess her sin of adultery in front of everyone, when, and I don't know if this is true or not, but according to her, was a one-time mistake that ended in a pregnancy. And he goes on and has an affair over and over and over again, and he doesn't have to say anything, and Robin knows it, and she never made him say anything. What is this? What kind of religion is this anyway? Ridiculous. And Mary knew, and she didn't make him say anything. Everybody sat there and listened to it. I'm getting lightheaded. So wrong. Everything about this is so wrong. So TLC, can we please, with that major storyline, not leave it at like about a 10-line, 1.5 minutes, not even segment. It's not even a segment on the show. Portion of a portion of a portion of a segment, and then move on. Oh my gosh, I need reaction videos from Christine, from Janelle, from the kid. Oh, McKelty's Patreon, not happy. She was not happy. Because according to her, he came down hard on her for moving in with Tony before they got married. Living in sin, said the man who had a relationship. Or two, for all we know. Plus a wrestling twist. Or tryst. I called it a twist. Well, in wrestling, it's a twist. Okay, all right. Let me get to the chat here. Let's see. As a speech therapist, please help me. Early seasons, Christine talks differently. The way she moves her mouth than she does in more current seasons. Is this just me? No, Jennifer. And Robin does it as well. They both talk like this, especially Robin. And Robin even has a lisp sometimes when she talks. They have a baby talk. I think it's part of their keep sweet, which is disgusting because really what it does is it like makes them seem like they're 7 or 8 years old. It's a baby talk. It's not, there's nothing cute about it. It's like infantile. It's gross. But they're trained because you're not supposed to be in their faith. You're not supposed to be loud. You're not supposed to be boisterous. You're not supposed to laugh really loudly. In fact, the Brown family is a little bit of an exception in terms of their behavior in social situations. Most of them behave more like Janelle, but Janelle doesn't behave like that because she's trying to be AUB-like. That's just who Janelle is. That's the nature of her being. She's just a quiet woman. Whereas Christine and Mary are louder. So that is something that they consciously were always trying to squelch and trying to pull back and trying to talk like this. Yeah. And so now you hear their real voices, even Robin's, because Robin's would drive me crazy at the beginning. Going back when I'd have to record, when I have to record videos at the beginning. She does the same thing. Well, I just think, and it's a lot on the couch interviews. She does it a lot on the couch interviews. And because I think they're thinking about what they have to say more. So then they turn it on. That learned way of speaking that's appropriate for a wife in the AUB. Isn't it disgusting? It's disgusting. Can't be yourself. You have to be a character. On top of the fact you have to share your husband with multiple other women, you must perform as a character all the time, not even in certain situations, not even like the naughty nurse, although you might have to be that character too. I don't know. But or you're not supposed to actually. I think you're supposed to actually be quite, if you are a proper person in the faith, I think none of that naughtiness is supposed to happen. And you know it did with Robin. And probably Christine too. Or Christine wanted to anyway. I don't know. Cody claims he was never attracted to her, so I don't know if he gave her the time of day. But anyway, yeah, they had to put on the like really sweet, nice, kind. And then if there's any troubles, they push them aside and make the time that when the husband is in their home pleasant for him because he's not there that often. And so they want to make it as positive of an experience as possible. Because if you spend that time arguing with them, well, that's it until he comes back around again. And if you're arguing, then probably if you wanted any later on, you're not going to get it. So, I mean, I don't know why you would with Cody, but I mean, they married him, so they do. To each their own. Okay. I'm going to scan through here. Tracy said, he's got that one friend who reminds me of Bernie Rubble, the one who helped him get the furniture. He doesn't look like he knows anything either, right? Yeah, that's Nathan. Nathan is the husband of Mary's sister. So it's Mary's brother-in-law. So by marriage, it's Cody's brother-in-law also. Now technically just his friend. But that's how he became Cody's friend. He acquired that friend by marriage. Yeah, I don't think he wanted another child with Mary either. I really don't. Because if he's saying, are we going to try for another child? Well, I guess he's asking, do you want to try for in vitro? Okay, I take it back. I was going to say, do you want to try for a child? Like, why haven't they been trying for a child? It was in vitro. But like, who was going to pay for that? Was the family fund going to pay for that? Or is he saying, so work harder, Mary, because it's real expensive? Because it is real expensive. I don't know. Julie, good point. If polygamy is so great, why are the women always crying? Yeah. I don't think it's so great. Yes, please like and subscribe. Where's my little thing? Okay. I didn't know what would happen when it ended. Okay. Mary says no to IVF, but it's the storyline for season 2. Yeah, it does come back up again, right? Oh, but he does say at the end of this episode, well, I haven't gotten a firm no. I mean, he kind of did, but maybe he wanted it to carry over as a storyline. I don't know. But you're right, it does carry over because they go on that hike where he didn't tell her, oh, this is the picnic that I said he should have. But instead of letting her know that they're going to be rock climbing, she showed up in like heels or clogs or like some sort of really inappropriate footwear that I remember thinking she could have hurt herself. Like, can you take her somewhere else when you saw what she was on her feet? Or could you have told her? That's not the appropriate footwear for this date. Go put on some tennis shoes. No. Okay. Tracy says, because of misguided love, religion, lack of self-love, we can all relate to tolerating something too long because we hope it will get better. It's so tragic. It's true. It's true. I mean, I don't know if I could do 13 years at that level of embarrassment and ridicule that he does. But it's true. We've all been in situations where you don't want to throw the baby out with the bathwater. You want to be the person that's willing to work through situations. So I get that. If all Cody does is cry jealousy, I can't watch it anymore. I am so sick of him being upset of them being jealous. Put them in this situation and then be upset that they're jealous and then tell them, well, you chose it, so don't be jealous. Mary, I think, was very articulate in this scene. I really think she did a very good job of saying, I know I chose it and I believe in it and I think I'll be a better person. I don't agree, but I think I'll be a better person because that's her faith. But I still have feelings of jealousy, but I'm still human is basically what she's saying. And he's like, but don't be human. Just follow these guidelines. Act like a robot. That's really what I want. I want a Stepford wife. How can I serve you, Cody? He's going to like those new robotics that are coming out. You know, how the robots are going to take over the world and they say every house is going to have like one as a servant or whatever. It's going to replace Robin. The purity speech, yeah. The cloak of charity that Cody took advantage of for many years. Oh, yeah, these women protected him. And boy, was he mad when Christine left and then she started singing like a bird. And I don't even think she sang like a bird. She started saying a few things. That's it. She hasn't sung like a bird yet. She knows so much more. And truly is what's keeping her from singing like a bird. Which is why I think her book is going to be because there's a lawsuit going on. She's not going to say anything. It's going to jeopardize her lawsuit. She'd be a fool if she did. I'll buy the book anyway. We'll still go through it. But I'm not getting my hopes up. I want to be pleasantly surprised. I mean, I was surprised when we read this puppy. Yes. My book with my Tata Farm sticker. Because I bought it used, shipping included, $10. No jacket cover. So I got my Tata Farm sticker. I was shocked as we read through that book. And if you weren't a part of it, it's all online. We went chapter by chapter. It's the Cloak of Charity Club. Okay. Candace thinks that if today he hinted at it, she would go back. I don't know. I don't know if she's got... I don't know. I don't know where her head's at today right now. I hope not. That's all I can say is I hope not. She's so strong in her interviews. Her couch interviews are like she's the woman. She's empowered. She says all the right things. But when she's in his presence, she just melts like a little schoolgirl. Forgets everything. So, I mean, at least that's what we've seen on the show. So at this point in our, I don't know. Maybe he said just enough. Like he has to say like that one dagger about her that's going to put her over the edge. I don't know if he has. I mean, he said plenty for me. I would have been long gone. But for her, for him to come back and say, I really want to be with you again, I don't know. I mean, that's hard. Face it, have you ever broken up with somebody and then they come back and you're kind of like, well, to fall back into the familiar is easy because you remember just the good times and you think, well, they know better now. They know what was wrong. If we go back, they know how it's going to be different. They know what I want to be different. And yeah, I've done it. I mean, as a kid, but I've done it. It's my early 20s. I have a cloak of smart ass. Oh, goodness. Ian Neal. Ian, right? Did I pronounce that right? It's Ian. Ian Neal. You're my people, Lynn. Boy, I get kicked out real quick. I know. I don't think I'd last very long. Shield of stupidity. Julie, baby talk equals easily controlled. Yes. That's a control measure right there. When they're using their baby talk, right away you know, oh, they're in control of themselves. They're following the rules that they know they need to follow in this faith. And now I can do manipulation step number 2 because they're already in that state of mind. Cody. Whoops. I clicked the wrong thing. Cody wears a naughty nurse outfit for Robin. That's great. Oh, goodness. Thanks, Lynn. Let's get to 260 likes. Whoop, whoop. If you hit the like button, write it in the chat. I'll shout you out. If I see you. If I don't see you, it's not that I don't like you. I just didn't see it because I have to scroll through some of it. It's too many. We have a makeup consultant here. I think Christine has been the prettiest continually. Okay. And Janelle can be really foxy when she wants to. That's true. Sometimes she puts on the makeup and it's like, where are you going, lady? Out looking like that. Yeah, she can turn it on. Mary has got, like, sometimes she does that rock star look. Looks good. Mary has gone in and out of looking good. Yeah, she has hits and misses, right? Her makeup over the years, like sometimes she's really orangey when she was doing all the tanning. So then the whole makeup and hair thing didn't work. Sometimes the hair is kind of disheveled and messy. And other times it looks like spot on and amazing. So you're right. She's kind of come in and out. I think she's spot on now though, from what I've seen. I'm not really following a whole lot right now, but what I've seen, she looks good. Although she filters everything. I don't filter anything. Well, that's not true. There's a filter on this. StreamYard has a filter, so I take it back. On my social media, if I were to post anything, I don't filter anything. Because I don't want, when I see people in person, to go, ooh, she let her skincare routine slip, didn't she? And ooh, she's been having some late night snacks. Good. It is what it is. This is who I am. Or you have to post another picture that you can't, like it's like from a professional photographer and you can't edit it or whatever. I don't know. I guess you can always edit something, but whatever. I don't know. Let's just say it, Jenny. I don't have time. I don't have time to edit myself better. So it is what it is. And I'm not, who am I trying to impress anymore? Ornery Unicorn said, I used to think that he was cheating on all of them because Robin said he was never there either. Yeah, but she was just lying. Because she's a liar. Yep, that's my take. Christine got on meds because Cody said she was too confronting. I didn't know that. I do know that she went on some meds for postpartum, which I highly recommend. I didn't with my first. I suffered through that one. I learned with my second and third. Well, no, I take it back. I didn't with my first or second. Yeah, I didn't with my first or second. I just had like baby blues with my first. I had full-on postpartum depression with my second. But when you're in it, it's hard to see it and acknowledge it. Because for me, this is supposed to be the most amazing part of this is what I've always wanted. And it's what I've always wanted in my life. I couldn't wait to be a mom. I was so excited to be a mom again the second time. And so the fact that it was difficult and then trying to deal with another one that was 18 months old and different sleeper schedules, different diaper schedules, different feeding schedules, different. And the new one was crying all day, not colic like at 7 o'clock at night, like morning till night, crying all the time. She was a joy. um, and then I had the hormones going on and I had postpartum depression. So I'm just thinking I'm upset because she's screaming at me all day and it's February. So I can't go out because it's freezing cold outside and it's snow. And although her first stroller ride was, I think, February 28th or something like that. I'm like, snow banks everywhere. I'm like, we're outside. I can't handle it anymore. It's echoing too much in the house. Yeah. So I probably, if I were to be honest about it, I think I probably was embarrassed that I was handling it so poorly because I couldn't wait to be a mom again. And my whole life, all I wanted to be was a mom. I had no job, no career. I didn't care. When I was a little girl, all I ever did, my mom said, all I ever said I wanted to be when I grew up was a mommy. So the fact that I just wanted to sleep and that I wasn't happy all the time, I was like almost mad at myself, but I couldn't really see that or identify it. And when one person came out and said, listen, if you need to like take anything, I know sometimes it's hard after having kids. Like, I don't know, she was trying really hard to be kind and nice. And she probably was, and tell me, maybe you should take something or get on some sort of prescription or look into something or talk to your doctor about it or, something along that line. I'm like, oh, okay, thanks. And I remember like closing the door after she walked out and just crying, of course, because I was depressed. I was crying all the time and just being offended and then being mad at myself that I can't hold it together for other people. Other people think I'm losing it, which I was, but I was a hot mess. And I could never accept, I was mad at her because I figured she was wrong. I was just not coping properly, but she's interpreting it as depression. It was depression. So when I got pregnant with number 3, I was in the doctor's office. I started talking to my doctor about it ahead of time. I said, I think we're going to need to talk about me looking into something for postpartum with the third. And then I just started crying as I was telling her the story. She was like, you're going to go on something before you deliver. I don't remember how many weeks before. She's like, we're going to have this in your system. And it was still, and I was fine. I felt perfectly normal through the whole thing. It was great. I don't know why I sat here and told you that whole story. Y'all, I'm so sorry. Sometimes this is like my own personal therapy. Let me continue on. Robin, Cody. Oh yeah, I'm glad they didn't cover it on the show. Yes. I know, right? I think there's one other time I played it and I have not gotten a strike. So I think by removing the lyrics and doing it the way I did it, think we're going to, which is the same thing we did with the Sonny and Cher. There's no lyrics in there. It is the original music, but it's removing the lyrics out of it. It's like almost like a karaoke version. Somehow karaoke gets by the screeners. Watch me tomorrow. Take it down. That's okay. I'll just edit it and put it back up then. Oh, goodness. Oh, Tracy. Thank you. I'll always tip when you play the police. Fair enough. Well, that's the only one I've put together, so it's going to be the police for a while. If I remember to go and click on it, I need Lynn Skinner to always remind me. Hey, everybody. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, that's it. Sending out an SOS. Okay. And for those of you who are new, that is a shout out all the way back to right when this channel started, which was November of 2024. And James has the HBO And so they were trying to think of something for my channel. And somehow SOS. And there were like 3 different names for it. I don't know if you guys remember them. But Support Our Sister Friend is the one that stuck in my head. But there were 2 other ones that were good too. And so that's why we have the highest level is the SOS level for membership. Okay. Oh, Sharky, I'm glad you caught us live. Tracy, James says that Cody wouldn't drive to spend a day and then turn around and come back with, oh, absolutely. Something was happening for sure. For sure. Especially now that we know that both of them didn't care before they were married originally, and they were both in these extremely strict faiths where that was so vitally important, and they both broke it. So, and then they've both been married, and they've both had multiple kids. Like, they've had so much sex in their lives. There's no way they were pure. I listened to Robin claiming on her honeymoon, oh, we needed the 11 nights because we were so chaste before we got married. Yeah. No. Sharky, he'll have like 6 of them and then they will be his sister robots. He will. Absolutely. Absolutely. I do not know if she has a ghostwriter or if she's writing it. They wrote their own stuff here. It's clear based on the grammar. And that's not me from being, listen, grammar's really not my forte. I'm not really that great in grammar. The grammar that I correct is elementary school level. My high school kids, I'm like, oh, all right. We're doing parallel. Oh, great. What kind of grammar are we working on? Let me review online again with Google before I teach this lesson. Yeah. Parallel structure. What was that again? All right. Okay. Not a huge fan of grammar. I never did well in grammar myself in school. But when I'm talking grammar up to like 5th grade is the grammar that, and people told me about that before I read the book. They're like, wait, you're gonna die when you read this book. It was not, there was no way. Somebody said that Robin was the editor, but she doesn't have editor credit in here. And Simon & Schuster is the one that published it. Aren't they a big publisher? I know the name. I mean, if I know the name, I don't know any publishers. Gotta be a big publisher. Moira thinks that it was ghostwritten because it was done so fast. Could be. That it is a quick turn. Although maybe it's not done. They may have picked a date to put it out. She could still be writing it right now. So that would be, I mean, she could have started writing it a year ago. McKelty mentioned that her mom mentioned a while ago that she was working on a book, but she completely dismissed it. She thought it was the same thing, just like she says she's working on a book. But she goes, but I haven't written a word yet. But I've been working on a book. I haven't written a word down, but I'm working on a book. I'm working. She goes, I thought that's exactly what my mom was doing. Like, yeah, I'm writing a book. She goes, and all of a sudden it's like, what? It's coming out in September. What are you talking about? She goes, I had no idea she was actually writing a book. It's not a lot of communication that goes on in that family. Really, not a lot. Another thing McKelty said when we were watching it, we watch some of her watching the shows on Sunday nights now because there's no Sister Wives show. She was saying that she's not, this tryst thing. some people in the chat were asking about, excuse me, I'm still a little sick. They were asking about the tryst. And so we were watching the episode about the tryst. She had no idea that it was coming. And it was clear. It was clear. She just, because she was making excuses right away at the beginning. She was, yeah, he probably kissed somebody when he was in college. And then she went, what? She just like leaned forward and her arms went out. And then she was like, she's like, what? And then she got really angry. And Tony was trying to be like, no, it's not that big a deal. And, you know, and she's just like, and he goes, he wasn't that upset with us. And she's like, she's like, I thought the two of them were going to get into a fight. So it was very clear that she can't act like that. It was very clear. She didn't know about it. And she was shocked and she was not thrilled about it. And yet when somebody said, when you talk to your dad, are you going to ask him? I don't know what it was about. Somebody did make the line in there. Maybe it was a he, and she read it and she was, and she just dismissed it and moved on. So I don't know if this was related to that or if it was just related to the topic in general. Can't remember. But they were talking about the tryst in general, and McKelty's just like, well, I'm not going to talk to my dad about it. No, it's not a topic I'm ever going to bring up with him. So like these big conversations, they don't talk about with each other. When there's like, she didn't know her mother wrote a book, but she does talk to her mother every week. I don't know how deep their conversations go. I don't know how much they really know about what goes on in each other's lives. I get that maybe they don't want to talk about the show a whole bunch, but like writing a book, even if it's, I mean, it really has nothing to do with the show. It's about Christine's life. And that's why I think it's going to be kind of boring. Why she left polygamy, how she got so strong to get a backbone and leave, and how she found new love and has a new life. Like, I just feel like we've seen it, but maybe I'll be pleasantly surprised. Looking at the bright side. And I look up and Julie says, I feel like Christine's book will be boring. Oh, goodness. It's probably true. If Robin leaves Cody, Cody will find a 25-year-old who looks just like young Robin. Yes, he probably will. He probably will. Because Robin looks like a young mom, his mom when she was young. So he's got a type. Hey, if you're going to order the Sister Wives book through Amazon, click on the link, my Amazon link first below. And then do your shopping. Because they give me credit for any other shopping you do for the rest of your time that you're in there. Not the same as the items that are, but it doesn't matter. Like, you know, eventually it adds up. There's lots of us. Every penny helps. Will we ever get the truth? I don't know. I sure hope so. It's a very good question. I sure hope so. I hope the day comes where it's complete transparency. I think Janelle is the closest to it. I feel like on this season, she's spitting more facts and more truth than, well, clearly than she ever has. But I think definitely more than Christine. I think even more than Mary. I think Janelle has flipped, and once she flipped, that's it. She's done. Yeah. Ethel wants to see him with a 20-year-old smoking hot wife. And then treat her. Oh, I totally do. And I want her to be in her, okay, she can be in her 30s. She can be in her 20s or in her 30s. No, she needs to be in her 30s because she has to come with a couple kids in tow. Young, cute little kids, like 3 of them. That's what we need. And then Cody falls in love with those kids. And, you know, and she had a deadbeat dad, so there's no dad in the picture. So Cody becomes dad too. So no longer does she have the tenders and the youngins. Because you know how he said to Janelle, well, I've always been about the younger kids. Only Robin has the little kids now. Her kids are in double digits now. They're not the little kids anymore. The new wife, the new pretty young wife with the little kids. Oh, who's also fertile, who Cody can have. He can share his seed with and create some more little Codys. But it would be lovely to just have Robin be in the footsteps of what the other wives had to go through for all these years and get a taste of it. Sweet justice. I could, well, that just brings me so much joy to think about. It's not going to happen, but it brings me so much joy. TLC, I always said if TLC would just get their fingers involved in this somehow, I feel like they have it in them that they can manipulate the situation. I felt like when they were in Vegas, there are plenty of people working down at the strip and whatnot who would be more than happy to marry a man who's on reality TV and makes millions. Yes. And she doesn't care if he's sleeping with other people. She didn't really want to be with him that much herself. She just wants the benefits of it. Mm-hmm. So this wife will also let Cody stay with Robin. It's even better. So he doesn't really fall for her. He spends all his time with Robin, annoys her, bugs her. You can tell he gets on. He has to get on your nerves. He has to. But he goes over there just for fun and a good time. I love it. And holidays, of course, you know, picture ops and all that kind of stuff. He's definitely going to spend all that time with the new wife. Oh, okay. All right. Oh, is Ethel going to marry him? Ethel, are you throwing your hat in the ring? That'd be awesome. We have a volunteer. We have a tribute. Because you may die. Just so you know. I do not in any way fit that description. Yes, I cannot wait for the NDA to expire so they can tell the real scoop. That's true. I agree. Good chance you could be on TV. Not I, said Jenny. Oh, Joanna. Your daughter-in-law suffered so much she wouldn't even let you go near the baby. I was different. I was like, will somebody please take this baby who's screaming at me 24/7? Please. Take the baby. I need a break. But that's postpartum OCD. That's another thing. I've heard of that. I know a couple people who went through that, where you become overly obsessed with the baby, and it's coupled with the postpartum depression, postpartum OCD, and you don't want anyone to watch. Oh, actually, also, people might know of anyone who watched Vanderpump Rules. Shayna? Is that her? Shayna? I think her name was Shayna. I didn't watch last season, so I've already forgotten all their names. But one of the people on that show, she had postpartum OCD. And she really struggled with it. And she couldn't let anyone near the baby. She didn't want anyone to touch the baby. She couldn't let anyone watch the baby. The baby was like 2 before it had a babysitter. It lasted a long time. The OCD component of it lasted a long time, too. I wonder, did she get over the not watching the baby part for a while? It was very interesting watching that because I had heard about it from other people that had it, and I was very kind of confused by it. So it was interesting for me to watch the show and to kind of see it play out and understand it more. Because I'm like, what do they have to do with each other? I don't understand that. So it's interesting. That's a thing. We women, what we go through, the men have no idea. something like 20% of the women in Utah are on SSRIs. Are they really? It's been like 18 years. My daughter and I still have postpartum. See, some of these things linger and go on. Oh, I'm so sorry. Aw, that's sweet. That's why I like you, Chest. You tell the truth. So, in all my squirrel moments. Speaking of squirrel, it comes up also in the video I just edited today, so I'm going to post it. We have on the other channel tomorrow night, we'll do the live with the Baldwins. And then on Thursday, I'm going to post a That's Another Thing. And then on Friday, I'm going to post a reaction video to a psychiatrist or I think he's a psychologist, Dr. Grand. I don't know if anyone else follows him. I was following him. I only watched a few of his videos. He's very serious, but he's very good and very detailed about explaining about, it was narcissism. So I was like, he was explaining like a covert narcissist. He's nothing like Dr. Romani, but Dr. Romani can go on and talk, whereas his is very concise. Like if I just want information, it's very good information, and he's very articulate. And so I subscribe to the channel because like if I just need facts, this is my guy. So I watched like 2 or 3 of his videos, and then he reviewed the Baldwins. I was like, what? And it was enjoyable. So I reviewed Dr. Grand reviewing the Baldwins. And I need to edit that and get that out by Friday. So, because my goal, because, with my being gone for like 4 or 5 days out of town for work last week, didn't get a whole lot of stuff out. So I'd like to so then I'll have the live tomorrow. I have this, and then the live tomorrow. Then I'll have that video on Thursday, that video on Friday. And then I might even have on Saturday, sometime on Saturday or maybe Sunday morning on episode 2 with my son. Not Zach is back. That's where my brain always goes. What's it called? I should write it down somewhere. I should have it here so I don't always. I am always just going, what is that? My brain can't recall things anymore. Not this time at night. Not after a long day. Not when I'm still sick. Look at the excuses. I'm a narcissist. Was not Zach attack. That was another one of the options. I think of all the options that we didn't choose. It's the clever one of them all. Of course, my brain can't recall the clever one. Zach. I'll keep scrolling. Somebody else will tell me. Zach by popular demand. That's it. Instead of back by popular demand. Zach by popular demand. Why does my brain not want to remember that? Goodness, I'm always saying that. What is it? What is it? I don't remember. Tracy, I remember when you started your channel. Oh, you do, Tracy. All shiny and new. What a great community you built here. I know, everyone's so good here. I'm so blessed. You're all wonderful. I love you all. I roll to chased. Yeah. Okay. I am going to Candace says, I was unable to get pregnant naturally. I opted out altogether. This show resonates with me from the OG kids' point of view. Oh, my heart goes out to the wives. I just can't imagine the things they endured. That's a good post. Thanks for sharing. Tracy, you naughty girl. Cody sure doesn't come off like a brain trust. No. Mm-mm. Okay. I am going to read some things that made me laugh here. Oh, we have some publishing stuff. You can self-publish through certain publishers. You pay a fee and they'll publish whatever you want. Or if you just show you have a large enough following, they'll publish whatever. So if you self-publish, then that means you self-edit as well. Is that the deal? Because like nobody with higher than a 5th grade education edited this book. There's no way anybody at Simon & Schuster read through this book. I mean, I understand if there's one or two places, every now and then you read a book and you're like, whoops, they missed that. And you just go on. But this book, this book is special. It's really, really special. And the structure of it is beyond confusing. It's like Cody put it together. Because you're like, what are we talking about? There's no because they went by themes, but then sometimes the themes overlap with other themes. So the timeline jumps back and forth. It's so freaking confusing to try to follow it. Really confusing. It's almost as if they were trying to hide a whole bunch of stuff. And that would make them diabolically clever, wouldn't it? Because I swear they did. Because you can't follow what happened when, which reminds me, that's in my, and another thing. I was going to look up and read that chapter again about the lightning bolt to see if I have any season related to that time. All right. I think it's a bestseller. I do hope The Crew is a bestseller. I do. Because that would just, yeah. I want Christine to make bank on it. I do. I would prefer it to be really good and her make bank on it. That'd be even better. But I like the idea that Cody sits back and sees that one of his ex-wives is doing financially really well. I love that idea. Do I see what people buy after? I yes and no. There is another page which I haven't gone to in like a month or two to look at because it doesn't really, I have no control over. It's just info. But I do have a spreadsheet of items. It's not divided by people or anything, but it's just items that were purchased by people who had gone through the link and then did their shopping. So it'll say, like if there were the pens or the glasses, but then there's everything else. So I do get to see like all the fun things that people buy, but I don't know who. There's no names or anything. And like if somebody were to buy 3 things, I think maybe it does say like a 3 next to it, but I don't know like what other number 3 it goes with. So I don't know why they divide it up like that. So I don't know exactly like which 3 items were bought together, or if that makes sense, or why I would even need to know. It's just the way they do their algorithm. So anyway, it does show, and then it has like the little amount, however many pennies you made, or sometimes it's a few dollars. There's different categories, like electronics make a lot, and like I think women's clothing make a lot, or there's like certain cosmetics make a lot. There's like these big categories of shopping that Amazon in general makes a lot of money on. So those that gets passed off on, and some things just don't. So I need to be better also about it. I really need to also create a store. I haven't gotten around to it. I also have about 10 to 15 people that want me to collaborate and do like commercials here. I just don't have time. But I have been using the skincare from one person who sent it to me, and I do really like your face feels like a baby's bottom. It's very soft. I don't know why. I think it might be yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so I was just going to put that on, like, there's a way you can set up a store where it's just like Jenny's favorite things in general, as opposed to like the link, and then you could click on those. And that's different though. That's through YouTube, because YouTube now is wanting to get a bigger cut out of it as opposed to Amazon. But I kind of like the deal with Amazon where you go through the Amazon link, and if you keep shopping, then and I think it's like, even if you come back in a couple hours later, it's still like activated. So like that's kind of a good deal. Because Amazon has everything. So the other thing, you get a lot more, but it's just your specific items that you list. And then that goes somehow through YouTube. But I think it still connects to Amazon, but it goes through YouTube first. So how I get more money when there's another link, I don't know. I shouldn't talk about it. I don't really, and I haven't even set it up, and I've known about it for months, but I will. I need to. I'm getting my life together. See, last year was the year of Jenny, where I was getting my health on track. I was doing really good until this past month. I have to meet with my women's doctor online. I think it's next week. That's not going to go really well. I think I'm going to get scolded. So then I'll be back on track with that after that scolding. I mean, it didn't help that we had Italian food catered for the retreat that I hosted for the whole weekend. And then who takes all the food home? Yeah. So who's been eating pepperoni rolls and pizza and pasta and breaded chicken breasts and red skin potatoes? Yeah. This girl. Because it's all leftovers and there's no preservatives in it. It's not going to last. So you got to eat it every day for lunch and dinner till it's gone. And there's enough variety that you could rotate through it. Like, I don't get sick of that food. I could eat that food for 3 months straight and not be sick of it. But my waistline is feeling it. Okay. I'm off track. What were we talking about? There was something we were talking about. No, I was talking about the doctor. I'm going to see the doctor about the skincare. This is the year of organization. So it was March last year when I started to do my little health kick and get back on track with that. And I did okay. It's a pretty good. I'm giving myself a pretty good. That's a B+. B+ for Jenny. And I'm still in class though. I'm in the second part of the class for this year. But I am adding another class to my schedule, and that is going to be the organization year. And that is to do all these kinds of things that I need to do for like the channel and my house and my home and everything, to just, I don't know, figure out a way to be more regimented, maybe to get more things done in a day. Because I feel like if I can get more things done in a day, I'll get myself more organized, and then I'll be ahead of things, and then things will run smoother. Maybe. We'll see. Let me get back to the chat. Sorry about that. Now that I would watch. Okay, what are we talking about? What are we watching? Oh, is that Dr. Grand? Watch for those videos. They're going to be coming out. Okay. Simon would never divorce Krusty without taking half of anything. And she would take half of everything. And she would divorce him and take half of everything. Yep. I would love if Janelle's kids had a podcast about the family. Right. Maddie's podcast really focused on the show, and it was short-lived anyway. Did I ever do and another thing with Maddie's? Did I ever cover that? Did I ever put that out? I think I don't remember editing it. Did any of you ever see me do an and another thing and talk about Maddie's podcast? And I actually had the little picture of the post where she announced that she was leaving. Let me know. I think that was my last one. I just don't remember editing it, but maybe it was so long ago because I'm so far behind. I had to step away and come back to Jenny describing Cody making babies with somebody and may vomit. Oh, Sheena Shea. Yeah, there you go. Sheena Shea had postpartum depression and OCD. And she followed her journey of it a little bit on the show, you know. Sheena's working on it. Yeah. And it stayed with her. That OCD part has stayed with her. Maybe the depression part too. I don't know. I don't remember. But then I didn't watch it. Ethel, Dr. Grand. Is that a yawn? I'm telling you, you're going to enjoy the video, though. He did a good job reviewing the Baldwins. Farm Girl. Dr. Grand is very good at his reviews of the case. He throws humor in when you least expect it. Yeah. He's so serious. He ends up with like the driest sense of humor ever. It's golden. It's so good. It's really good. I hope Suki does a better job with the follow-up questions to Cody. It doesn't want... Yeah, if he doesn't want to answer, he shouldn't get paid. End of story. Yes, nada, zilch, zero, nothing. You got it. Mezindez. Preach. Yes. Thank you. Back by popular demand, Kitty. Yeah. I'm behind. I don't understand why they're so kind to him. I don't get it. Yes, please like and subscribe. It really helps the channel. We'll throw in some police. I just realized it doesn't even say like and subscribe. I'm a loser. Okay, moving on. I'll have to fix that. Where is the link? Shanna Banana. It is on all of my videos in the what they call show notes. So it's like the description of what the video is, but it's also like listing, like where I have to list if there's any music on anything. I have to list the music, where it came from, and give credit to the artist, and all that kind of information is in there. So oftentimes you'll only see 2 or 3 lines of it, and you have to hit the little word that says more. A lot of people ask me that. They're like, it's not there. I only see a couple lines. I'm like, keep reading to the end of the 3 lines. You'll see a word that says more. Click on more, and then you'll see the rest of everything that's in the show notes. And in there, there'll be 2 Amazon links. One for my glasses that I wear, and one for my Pilot G2 pens. 2 things that I use here all the time ever since the beginning of the show. And then that goes through both of those then take you to Amazon, and they take you to whichever item it is. And then you can buy them or not, but continue to browse on Amazon. I've heard about the grammar in that book. I couldn't subject myself to reading it. I do so appreciate everyone that's reading it for me. Thank you. You're welcome. We suffered through it. We did. It was crazy. It was just crazy because it's like, well, how did this ever get published? That's what was amazing to me. But maybe, like, if you do have enough people, you can say, all right, this is exactly how we want it. And you give it to them and they just publish it for you. That could be. All right. I am going to read 3 things that are funny, and one of them might be, but I pulled them out to make sure I don't read them again. Okay. Samfan Cresta. I wish I remembered. I'm so far behind. Which videos these were attached to. She wrote, I follow several channels and I have a full personal life offline. Like you, I think. Oh, this is why I actually took it. This is why I snapped All right, I'll read the whole thing, but I'll tell you why I took a picture of it because I misread the first line and I thought she was totally throwing shade at me. So I kind of laughed out loud. And then I went back. I'm like, why was she so mean at the beginning? She was so nice later on. And then I'm like, oh, I read it wrong. Anyway, she wrote, I follow several channels and I have a full personal life offline, like you, I think. I hardly remember which days my channels are on YouTube, so I just watch when I have time. It might be soon after, like now, or they might be a few days old. To me, it doesn't really matter. Whatever schedule works best for you. Glad to have someone not super young and flimsy commenting on reality TV here. Italian greetings from the Netherlands. I can't sleep here. It's late at night. That's why I'm catching up on your live. That was funny. So at the beginning, she wrote, I follow several channels. I have a full personal life offline. When I read it, I thought she said, I have a full personal. I can't remember. But I totally thought she was throwing shade at me. And I was like, oh, all right. But then I kept reading it. It was so nice. I'm like, well, she changed her opinion as she kept writing. And then I went back and reread it. I'm like, oh, no, that was nice. Okay, this one I may have read already, but I will delete it afterwards. Leslie Rutledge wrote, if you look up the definition of behoove, he'll never use that word, which is true. Behoove, to like serve or this, like, I don't know the actual definition, but like it pushes you, it encourages you, it requires you to serve or work with, or I don't know. I should have looked it up. Y'all know what behoove means. All right, last one. That's my shoe. Wrote, dear God, Jenny, I just ate a pulled pork sandwich. And I don't remember. I know it was about Cody. I don't remember I don't remember what video it was or what I was saying, but I just remember laughing out loud. Oh, when I got to that, and the comments were commenting about like what it was. So I had already known in the comment, but I got to that one. She went, dear God, Jenny, I just ate a pulled pork sandwich. Don't do this to me. I'm going to be sick. All right. That was funny. All right. And our quote for the week. Let's see here. Oh, I think we've read that one already. Dale Carnegie. I don't think we've read this one from Dale Carnegie. Is he still around? Success is getting what you want. Happiness is wanting what you get. Have we done that one before? Please tell me we haven't done that one before. Or tell me that we have, and I'll do another one. Oh, that's my shoe. I'm glad you're still here. Cindy from Oz, new member. Hey, Cindy. Thanks for becoming a member. All right. Fantastic. Good. I haven't read that one before. That's a good quote. Dale Carnegie. I like that one. Okay. I'm going to sign off for you all. Good night, sister friends. This was a lot of fun. Thanks for sticking around to the very end. I love you all. You're my people. I'll see you tomorrow night. If you want to do this again, we'll be on my other channel. The link to that is also in the show notes below, but you could also look it up. It is called Reality TV Breakdown. And that's everything that's not Sister Wives over there. And we'll be covering episode 4, I believe it is, of the Baldwins, whatever the next one is. It's the trial. It's the Rust movie trial. So should be a good one. I mean, we'll see. Good night, everybody. It's good to see you all. Bye. Bye, Nicole. Bye, That's My Shoe. Bye, Mama Scroll. Bye, Lynn. Bye, Knit My Bit. Bye, Sunrise Sensa. Bye, Cindy. Bye, Kitty. Bye, Moira. Bye, Julie. Bye, Cowgirl. Bye, Ethel. See you all.
I remember when Sonny and Cher got divorced when I was 6.
and it rattled me.
Things that make you go,